Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is session 30 of our Pound of Flesh Mothership campaign. Mothership, Pound of Flesh, although it has graduated more so into the Gradient Descent in the last, 7 or 8 sessions or so, maybe more. So, we left off, we were at a bit of a Mexican standoff, as it were, kind of. I mean, Edie is pinned to the wall here in the shuttle with foam. Android 14 still pointing the gun in her direction, I presume. And Arcadia has told you there's a communication coming from the station. ED72 is requesting extraction to return to the ship. And that's where we left off. Now, actually, before we start, did anybody level up? I did give you experience last session, I presume. Where is my pencil? I have pens. Hold on, lads. Sorry. There's my pencil. Sorry. Now, I would like everyone to roll a d10, please. And I'll call you out by names. Just tell me what you rolled. Ash.
10.
10. Okay. Svalbard.
5.
5. 14. 14.
Mute.
Oh,
One,
John?
one. Sorry, I was
One?
muted. One.
Okay. Edie.
I rolled a 1 as well.
Wow. Alex.
8.
8. Okay. Now, also, everyone increase your stress by 2 points, please.
Bye. Stress. Got it.
We're in a very tense situation. Everybody's heart rate is up or whatever.
All right. How many did you say, Ian?
2 points of stress
2.
for everyone.
Okay. Thanks.
Nope, no problem. No problem. Yeah, keep it there. All right. So, what are you doing?
Captain, as 14 puts his foam gun away, it would appear that that I may be corrupted in some minor way. I saw a false tattoo on ED, which is why I chose the container. And then I noted that everyone's marks were different. So there's nothing wrong with me, so it must be some sort of corruption. So if you will forgive me, I'm going to take a step back.
Granted.
Arcady says, you want me to take you to the station or?
I'd like to ask him, is it common for people diving who go on multiple missions to discover they may not be the same?
It has happened more than once, yes.
You suspect it of yourself or anybody else?
Every roll percentile. I'll roll 1 too.
Yep.
You add anything to it, or you just want the raw number?
Just the raw number. What did you get, Ash?
80.
A what?
80.
80. Okay. Svalbard?
47.
47. All right. 14.
56.
56. Edie?
92.
And Alex?
70.
Okay. Cool. Got it. So you say this to Arcady, yeah?
Yep.
To which he just kind of mumbles, no, I am still me. I'm the original.
So I take the piece of paper and the pencil we have, and I write down on it, do you have a workshop where we can do engineering? I show it to Arcady and no one else.
Sorry, you want a workshop to do which now? Say it again.
To do engineering work.
What kind of engineering work? You've seen all I have
He's
here.
talking out loud. I pass him the paper and.
I'm sorry. Sorry, you're writing this on paper. I apologize. I'm reading
Yeah.
at the same time as I'm listening to you. My bad. My bad.
All right. I gesture at him to write on the paper and nod at him that this is the appropriate method of communication.
To Arcady.
Yep. And okay, if he looks like he's questioning, I'm going to write on it.
I don't
You know,
understand.
So someone, well, we're being listened to by Monarch. I write in pencil and hold it to him only to see.
He says,
Says, I shove the paper at him. And I write on the paper, I recommend you write this down.
he just says,
Paper.
fake memories.
Um,
But I'm still a real person.
So I write again on the
And he
paper.
grabs you kind of by your shirt and pulls you in real close where you can like smell what he thinks a little bit of like alcohol in his breath. And he says,
Sounds like a good idea right now.
if you find my scan, don't tell me. And then he kind of lets go and looks kind of surprised at himself. And
Right. So if I write again, do you have an engineering bay?
He laughs and he gestures at the room around you, the shuttle.
My thought is, shit, we can't make those Android milk suits that we were recommended to build. Okay.
You're
That's what I
thinking this,
think.
you're not saying anything now?
Nope, not saying that.
Okay.
Right. So I write on the paper and I hold it up around the room, and I guess all our hired personnel are there and the mercenaries. And I hold it up and say, who wants to find the Minotaur? And I twirl it around the room for everybody to see. And I wait for reactions. And now I'm going to go pour myself a whiskey and wait for the reaction.
The 3 squad leaders all step forward.
Yep. Anybody else? I'm not saying that.
The
I'm
sophentologist steps forward. So does the void urchin.
Alex steps forward.
Nobody else?
Can we not just try and hotwire some of those single person craft and just get the hell out of here?
Did you say this out loud?
Yes.
Okay, just asking.
You writing that on the paper?
No, he said
I'm
it out
just
loud.
saying that out loud and clear.
I write it on the paper. It's like the ship's gone. I can never pay off my share. Who else is in the room? Arcadie's there, correct? Ian? Is Noriko there? Is Noriko
Arcadia's
there?
in the room. Noriko is not in this room, no. Neither is Ghost Eater.
Yeah, I'm holding that up. I'm holding that up in the room. And so those 5 people have stepped forward. Anybody else stepping forward? If not, that's fine.
Well, Edie is kind of still plastered to the wall. In fairness,
That's
she
okay.
can't step forward.
Yeah, she's nodding enthusiastically though, and winking at you.
14 gives her the fingers to the eyes, like this, like this.
She tries to cock her head, but can't because she's stuck.
Anyways, good luck with that. So I'm gonna gather those 5, and I'm gonna head to Noriko. And I hold up a paper to them and say, gather, your suits, your vac suits, weapons, ammunition, and whatever you have.
All right. So of the crew, is only Alex going? Did I hear that?
Yep.
So Alex, Ivanov, Enzo, Eliwen, Chang, and Vasiliev.
Do they?
And
And
of
they
course.
they have their weapons and ammunition and.
Well, Vasiliev doesn't have any weapons. Neither does Chang, I don't think. Well,
For
Chang might have
those
like a scalpel or something.
Oh, Chang, that's okay. They have skills. Bring the scalpel.
Ivanov, Enzo, and Eliwen all have their armor and weapons. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're heading off to the temple or or whatever the room of worship or
Yeah, where
wherever
Noriko is.
We're gonna head off and leave these guys to talk. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna pop away for a minute. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Seems like a good moment to pop away. Okay, back in a second.
So what about Ash 14 and ED 72? What are you guys gonna do?
Captain, should I remove ED from the wall? And what do we do about the ED asking to board?
I believe your captain just left.
Wait. What do you think? You think you're corrupt, 14? So what do you think? What do you think what do you think about the course of action here?
I believe that the original evidence of having the mark different was enough to act upon, but seeing that everyone's mark is doing the same thing, in my view, I believe that it may have a slight corruption, more like what your organic would call a mild hallucination.
Unless we're
Do-
all,
My
Do the-
concern.
Sorry,
people-
do the marks look different to anybody else?
I'm unsure.
Anybody else is in who? Who are you asking about?
Well, like if Ash or Svalbard were to look at the marks, do they look any different?
do we
You
have
gonna
enough
look again now?
info?
Sure.
I mean, I can have a look.
Your
But
tattoos
would I
all
know?
your tattoos
Would
all
I
look,
know?
your tattoos all look the same. They all look like they should, like they did originally.
To us, okay, okay.
So I'm gonna scratch something on the paper and hold it up around the room again, and I'm gonna say whether or not you may be a copy of yourself or yourself, as long as you have free will and a moral imperative, it's your choice about the next steps. We go or we don't. It's your choice. Choice is the matter. That's it. And off I
I believe as androids and robots, we should stay behind to not risk any further corruption.
I write on the tablet or on the paper again. I hold it up and say, "It sounds prudent." And that's it. Now I'm out. Ian, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Seriously, and I'm out of the room. I'll be back.
14 will start plucking the foam away so that ED can get freed from the wall.
Yeah, it won't be too hard once you're both working on it. Get her out. Okay.
I'll pick up my gun and put it back into my hip.
Okay. Replace your revolver.
Yeah.
I apologize, ED. I was looking out for the welfare of the crew. I thought they were in danger.
Oh, I completely understand. I This place is a little strange.
I would
think we
expect you to would expect you to do the same to me if you thought I was a danger to them.
Oh, I will keep that in mind. Though I do think we should go.
Removes
think we should-
revolver from hip.
I do think we should go with the crew. Someone will have to interface with the Minotaur. Oh, well, yeah. I say that
well,
out loud and then realized I probably shouldn't have, but I did. It doesn't matter.
You are a liability.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
14. 14.
Yes.
Give me an what is it called? An intellect roll, or whatever it is.
Stand by. 45. I'm sure I made it. I got a
45?
50 something.
Yeah.
He's got a 57.
It occurs to you that if Monarch has you all like compromised, he can see through your various cameras and stuff as well. He might
I'm
even
sure.
have this entire place could be compromised. You could be able to see through Arcades cameras and shit as well, for all you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Nuke it from space. It's the only way to be sure.
I'm interested though in what the captain or commander, whatever he is. Is he a captain now? He got the skill, didn't he? He's just waiting for the certificates to come in the email or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I would
Mail
say,
is slow
I
out.
would say, at least in this particular situation, since we're not doing anything official, there's no licensing or paperwork involved. We're just like in a life or death sort of thing. And since we don't have a ship anymore,
Yeah,
I
well,
think
that's another story.
calling him
Well,
captain is perfectly fine.
anyway, what are you doing, Ash, as ED and Android 14 are having this conversation
Um,
on the shuttle?
I guess not a lot. Considering exit plans,
Okay.
the only thing that Ash can think of at
But
the
you thought of
moment
one
is
already, anyway. Getting one of those single person crafts. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I guess getting there again is the question, whether it can be incorporated into any plan that's
Well, it seems
that's
like your
going to go
party
ahead.
in the meantime have another plan, but
Just a reminder that there is a blockade. It's not quite as easy as get a ship, fly away, forget this place exists. There is
Well,
a blockade waiting for us.
they've got jump drives, and they didn't seem to do anything with the zero credibility when it jumped away. So
yeah, if fast
are they?
enough, you can you can run the blockade for sure. You can certainly try. Anyway, dice will determine whether or not you can do it.
Yep.
Good ship.
But yeah, I can't remember where that hangar was in relation to
I would
where
say
the Minotaur is.
I would say your character should remember.
Hmm.
Do you still have? Wait, want me to put the map up? Let me see here. Cloudbank map. Just for fun. Oops, that didn't work. Did it? Yeah, there we go. Blow it up for a second. Okay. So important places. Where was that? That was one of the entrances. Secret hangar, F3.7, page 51F. That means descriptions on page 51. Room 51F. Can you find that on the map looking at it? Yeah, I see 51F right there. Yep,
Yeah.
and it is an entrance. That was a secret. Oh, wait, no, that's not. Sorry, that's a different hangar. I apologize. That's not the one you found. I take it back. You didn't go to that level.
See?
What level were you on?
Is it 50?
We
Yeah,
did it on a couple.
53. It was 55C, wasn't it?
53C maybe?
What was it?
Micro
okay.
hanger. Yeah.
Yeah, micro hanger. Yeah, so that's 53C.
53C. There we go. That's the one. That's another entrance through the micro hangar, dominated by an airlock door, exit to space across the wall. Dozens of microcraft, each containing. Yeah, got it. Course set between multiple occupied systems, 2-year route, ending with the ship self-destructing at the nearest gas giant.
Which sounds more attractive than the current situation.
So yeah, that was in 53C. Now, where is the Minotaur?
It's in somewhere in Eden, right?
Eden. Yeah.
Which is a completely different
Floor
part.
floor 2.
Yeah, floor 2.
And the way in.
Oh yeah,
is
you have to go to the labyrinth,
Yeah.
which you would know. Which you would know is 29A.
20. Wait.
29A, labyrinth. It's on floor 2, Eden. There, if you look on the map.
And the fastest way in would be 22A, which is the first entrance we went through,
Is it?
isn't it?
Yes, I
Might
think it
be.
is. Yeah.
Or
Oh
20.
yeah, because there was a lift from there right to level 2, wasn't there?
Correct. Correct.
Yep, that's the visitors deck, the standard entrance.
Yep.
And
the lift is 23E. 23E.
Now, let me take this off for a second. You were going to talk to Noriko, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because Noriko might be able to help you with something you're wondering about.
That's correct.
What did you want to ask her?
Well, to be honest, if we confront her and she's in prayer, I interrupt her and apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And say,
She smiles at
you
you.
know, yeah, I appreciate her kindness. That we're cornered. We're a group of synthetic and biological life forms who are in trouble. We have confronted the reality of the Monarch, lost our ship, sorry to say, but see our only path to answers through aligning ourselves with the Minotaur. And we're probably going to go and try to make contact. So I ask your advice or your thoughts on the reality of making successful contact with the Minotaur to save ourselves, save you, and everyone else, as you say, in the universe. Sorry,
Out
I
of
know
character, real quick.
that's heavy, but it's a lot.
Out of character, Mark.
Pardon?
We're out of character, real quick. The pseudo milk idea, right? Where did that come from initially? You got that from her, or?
Yes, from her.
Okay.
That's why I've been trying to find, without our ship, some kind of engineering solution, right?
Well, she would tell you then you're going to need the pseudo milk for your organics.
Good. Where do we get it?
I think it was the organics,
Yeah.
or was it the androids? I can't remember.
It was she did tell us that.
You can find
Okay,
it
so I
in
can ask her
42B or 42C in the pseudo flesh farms. There's an entire vat of it, and there's also spray tanks.
42B?
42B and 42C. It's in the pseudo flesh farms.
Floor 3.3 pseudo flesh forms. I see it. I have here. 42B. What's the closest entry point? My God, that there's not a lot of close entry points to that point.
Closest entry point looks like maybe floor 3.7.
Wait.
There's a couple of entrances on 3.7. The one at 51F is probably the closest to.
51F. I agreed.
It's a trek.
Long route. 51F to 51C. to 51A to 32D,
Didn't say.
32C, 30.
I never said it would be easy.
I'm looking at the map in front of me, in front of
She
her.
then looks at you and says, "You have 2 androids with you. You may be, if you sacrifice them, you may be able to use their pseudoflesh to mask a couple of organics, but I don't think it's really worth. Uh, I don't think the Minotaur would appreciate it."
I wouldn't appreciate it. No sentient life form should lose their life for any reason like that. I
Indeed,
agree.
and she smiles.
All life forms valuable. If they are sentient, I believe so. Maybe even non-sentient life forms should not be taken advantage of. So I think that's clear, 51F. And Ian, just out of character here, I don't think we've been there. We've not been to 51F, 51C, 51F. I don't think so.
51F. Let me double check. Sorry.
I can't remember. I don't think so. But
Obviously, that's on page 51F. No, you have not been to 51F.
I guess I thank her and ask her if she has a gift for the Minotaur.
Also, if I recall correctly, hold on, let me double check this. 51F may be a secret entrance that you don't know about. Let me double check this.
And it would be 53C, perhaps.
51F. Eesh. No, 51F is actually a secret entrance. Wouldn't know
Okay,
about.
53C then?
Yeah,
Maybe.
53C.
Is that a known thing to Arcady? Did he
Although,
take us
fuck
there?
it. You know what? It's on there. I'm going to say 51F is a suspected entrance that has not yet been explored. So I'm going to give it to you.
Great. Thank you.
Ghost Eater gave you that one. He said, you know, if you confirm this, I would appreciate it. Any kind of information you can share with me on what you found there.
Any pro tips, Noriko, to prevent us from being utterly killed between that entrance point and the pseudoflesh forms location? Any pro tips?
Oh no, I haven't been there in some time. What is that noise? Okay, that was weird.
I don't know.
Sounded like somebody was typing on an old ass typewriter. Anyway,
Well, I thank her then.
what would she tell you? Like, I'm just trying to remember what she said. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna have a prayer
She says,
with
just
her.
remember, the Minotaur won't harm you. It won't kill, even bad things.
So last
You won't
question
need
for
you
her.
won't need your guns. Just try talking.
Yeah. Well, we know we're outgunned and this is a hostile environment, so hopefully the need to preserve life, no
And she
matter its
smiles
form,
again as you say that.
will be the way forward. Does she have? Can I take a knee with her and say a prayer with her? I guess to the Minotaur.
Okay. Do you want to touch the bit of Minotaur flesh that she has there?
Yes.
What was the effect of that again? Let me double check real quick in the chapel.
I think it's super positive.
Just spending time alone in prayer. Okay. Yeah. Roll a d5 for your sanity save.
D5, 3.
Mhm. Okay, and also roll a d10 for me. Your sanity save goes up by 3 points.
Sanity goes up by 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And sorry, D10, did you say?
We did.
6.
Thank you. Okay. I can take Noriko down now. I guess I can take the map down too for the moment. I probably need to open this eventually on my PDF player. Reader. So, once you turn around, I think you will find that the rest of your crew, not the rest of your crew, but the rest of our player characters of your crew have decided to join you.
They have.
Although Aiko, McCabe, Eleanor are not coming. They're staying behind.
Okay, wait, okay, but I still have my 3 mercenaries.
Oh yeah, you've got Enzo, Eliwen, Ivanov, the 3 mercenaries. And you also have Dr. Cheng, the self-ontologist who's curious, and Vasiliev, who's just following Cheng around, basically.
All right.
Vasiliev's your void urchin, remember? He's like the this settings version of a street rat.
Right. All right. Well, I guess I'm holding up another written piece of paper to the group and saying we're going to go to Arcadia and we're going aboard. We're going aboard at 51F. Aboard, I guess I'm saying.
Yeah, he'll float. So you're gonna ask him that? Oh wait, what is this?
Going to him. After I write the message and I tell everyone in the chapel, then we head to Arcadia and I'm going to write it on a piece of paper and say, this is where we're going.
He says, I'll get you as close as I can. You'll have to spacewalk from there. There's no airlock or anything that he sees.
Okay. 0G. I can help assist people.
What about the kid? Do you have a vac suit that fits a kid?
What? Kid.
Do you have your void urchin? I guess he could be a teenager. He just needs a small vac suit.
Yeah. We just tape it
One
off.
would assume they have an adjustable, like 6 or 7 inches of variable, that you can extend the arms and legs and so forth, and the belly for the fatties.
I'm an engineer. I got a lot of duct tape.
Duct tape and WD-40. That's all you need.
That's all right. That's right. Hamlet's doing the duct taping. He's with us still, isn't he?
Okay. So you're gonna have Arcady fly you over there to that section. Let me, I guess what would be best for the game will be for me to pull up that page. So it's 51F, yeah? That way I can give you a little bit of a representation of where you're going. Oops, I went too far. There's 51F.
And then we're headed to 51B. Oh, there you go. Okay, 51. Oh, wait, what?
Wait, what?
No, I'm just trying to look at it. Sorry, my eyes.
Yeah. Well,
have
give me a
trouble
moment
seeing.
to get it sorted out here.
My old eyes are having, yeah.
There we go.
Ah,
I'll just blow it up big for you.
50.
You actually don't need
Well,
all this.
combat
from-
fire sounds bad, but
There we go.
so we're headed. So who's with us? Is it everybody?
It is the 5 of you. Hamlet's not going, I take it, no?
Sorry, who?
Hamlet.
Oh, yeah, he's coming.
He is coming?
Well, he's got nowhere else to go now.
Okay, cool.
This is it.
So it's
Okay.
the 6 of you then. And of course, then you have the 3 squad leader mercenaries, Tempest Company guys.
Well,
Well, I should say guys and
well,
girls. 2 guys and a girl.
before we go,
You also have a doctor
Before we
and a
go.
void urchin.
Yep. So before we go, I write on the piece of paper and say, look, anybody who doesn't want to go, this is the most dangerous possibility for us. And if nobody wants to go and they want to escape,
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Immediately, then Dr. Cheng and Vasiliev decide
That's
not to go.
Yep.
And give me 3 percentile rolls, Mark.
Yep. 33,
Okay.
58, and 34.
Okay, Enzo is not going, so one of the squad leaders decides not to go. Only 2 are going.
Okay, so we have 2.
Ivanov and Elwin. Yep.
All right. I would just ask him to turn his weapons over to anybody who may desire them.
He suggests maybe it'd be better if I keep them in case the people who remain behind need protection as well. We don't know that this intelligence won't attack this facility. Now that it knows this is where we live, right?
Okay, fine. Yep. Anyways, on to more important things.
Okay, as you wish.
Right.
So then you guys get all gathered up. You get all vac suited up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Arcady flies you over to that portion of the ship where
Yep.
the secret hangar entrance appears to be marked. And you
Mhm.
do find basically just kind of looking through, from the shuttle, and probably I'm sure he's got lights and stuff that shine out. You're kind of doing a visual scan. You find what looks like some kind of a bay door, like a shuttle bay door or something like that, that you'd
Mhm.
be able to open up, perhaps with a hacking roll from the other side. But you'll have to, basically jump out and kind of spacewalk over to it. So
Who's got hacking in the group?
I
I
do.
have that.
Any volunteers? Or do
14
you
has hacking.
want to head out 14 in the suit?
Hacking it is.
Good luck, buddy.
14, you receive a private message ping from unknown, but you're guessing it's Monarch.
Yes.
Do you read it?
Yes.
It says, "Do not worry. The zero credibility is too fine of an asset for me to destroy. To simply destroy. I did, however, have to terminate your cloning project. And I'd like you to give me a percentile roll on that 14. Let me know what you roll.
It straight up rolls an 18.
An 18. You're overcome with a sensation that you don't recognize. You immediately gain a point of stress, and you suddenly realize you feel a fear of your own mortality as you realize you're the last of your line.
Hmm.
It would seem.
It comes across as a sense of relief the next moment because he no longer has the pressure of having to mitigate and babysit all these organics. It's finally going to be over.
It may also make you question your purpose. You're a ship servant to a ship that's no longer here. But I guess the crew is still here, so I guess you continue to serve them, yeah?
Correct. My first duty is to the ship. My second duty is to the captain, and my third duty is to the crew.
So you vac up, you go out to the airlock, you hop out and go over to the control panel that you see outside this kind of hidden bay door. Yeah?
Indeed.
Right. Give me a hacking roll, please. What is your
15,
hacking plus intellect?
15 for the hacking, and then a 57 intellect if that's what he's using.
15 and 57, so 72. Give me a roll. How did you do, buddy? Uh-oh. Did I lose him? Did I lose everybody? It would seem I lost everybody.
Lost everybody.
I did momentarily. I was lagging out or something. What did you roll on that hacking roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was all excited. I got a 72 on the nose.
Okay. Gotcha. So you get access to the control panel and access to actually use it. Permission to change settings, etc.
Right?
So you want it to open?
Correct.
What's your first thing you're going to go for now that you have access to the controls? Open.
Captain, I have access to the controls. What would you like me to do?
Open it.
Open
Okay.
it indeed. He opens it.
Give me another roll. This time instead of intellect though, use your speed. Speed plus hacking.
Bye. It is a 16, which is well under. I don't know if that's a good thing. There you go.
No problem. So the doors begin to open, and then immediately an alarm begins to go off.
Captain, we have an alarm.
Can you disarm it?
Give me another
Roll
dexterity plus hack roll.
Right. You meant speed. A 07.
Speed plus hack, yes. Okay, you managed to shut it down, but you realize that this alarm went directly to the AI core.
Very good. If I realize this, I will pass information along. I'm no longer concerned whether Monarch's listening or not.
Looking inside, you find a huge industrial-sized hangar. It's pristine white. There's no signage. It looks like it's never been used before. Within, you see 4 massive launch tubes, and there are approximately 50 automated strike craft prepared, well set up. And they're not currently prepared for launch, but they're obviously stored here for launching through these tubes. And each one is manned. Well, manned is probably inaccurate. Each one has an occupant within it.
Are there any servitors or technicians walking about, or just the individuals strapped into their ships?
That's a good question. Give me a percentile roll, please. Just a straight percentile.
Yikes. 97.
Okay, nope. There's nobody else around. Just these people. It looks like inside of these craft. Although the people their eyes are closed and they're not moving.
Captain, we have a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Check your cameras, and he will scan the area and show everybody what he's looking at.
It would look like strike weapons against unknown targets, but not against us. Do we see an entry point?
Entry point to what?
Through the hangar.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 airlocks within the hangar. I mean, you've opened the bay door, so there's no gravity or currently any atmosphere in there either. So
Do we have knowledge of what we're looking at on the map? Do we know that the one to the right is this anti-organic armory, and
you guys have full maps that were given to you by Kilroy, and you've updated it with information you received from Ghost Eater and Noriko and Arcadia, etc. So as much as is given you on this map is as much as you have. I wouldn't show it to you otherwise, except maybe the encounter chart, but who cares? Ignore that.
It appears I can go to one of two airlocks. One is the anti-organic armory, and the other is a more direct path to the combat spire.
And if you want to see the big map
I,
again, I can
yeah,
show
we're
it to
looking
you
for the
here.
shortest route possible, which is not easy, and that means that we are headed
Means you'll
to
probably want
something
to go
called
through the south airlock then.
Just a
yeah,
thought.
the combat spire, whatever that
Right.
means.
Just a thought, Captain.
Yeah.
Next door to the anti-organic armory is the anti-synthetic armory. We're on a structure full of synthetics.
Good point. I think that's a great point. Maybe we should head that way.
All of you give me
It's
percentile
slightly
rolls, please.
All of us?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear what it is. I'm just going to roll, and you tell me when you want to know the number.
I'm sorry?
I didn't hear what you wanted me to roll, so I just rolled. I got
Just
a
roll a
49
percentile.
plus. Okay.
So you got 49? Okay. How'd you do, Barry? How's Ash?
89.
Svalbard.
50.
Edie.
16.
Alex.
27.
Okay. Got you. Roll a d10 for me there, Chris.
4.
4. Thank you. Now, Edie, you have a
Yeah.
strong sensation, almost like a memory, or a nostalgia with the deep. And now that you're off of the bell and back inside the Cloud Bank synthetic production facility, you feel like you're home, and you can't leave for at least 24 hours. You won't leave.
Mm.
Also, as you look at Alex, and he kind of looks over at you, you feel a certain almost fraternity with him. For some reason, there's just a certain understanding in him you see as he kind of looks at you, like you feel like he understands your plight, and yeah, like it's almost like he's almost like an android, but better than just organic. You know what I mean?
I'll position myself closer to him and just kind of give him a wink and a nod.
I'll move away uneasily.
Mm. So do you want to take a look inside these craft at all? See what these
Yeah, can we
occupants are like?
float over and see quite what's manning them?
You can. Let me just double check, make sure I get it all right. This is 51F. About 2/3 of them are manned, actually, and 1/3 of them, instead of having a person in the solo cockpit of the craft, has some kind of a large box. It actually looks like some kind of large piece of computer tech. Let's see who's taking a look here. That's you, Alex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any artificial intelligence or cybernetics, robotics, any of that stuff?
No,
Okay. Computers? Do you have computers?
I do not.
Okay, got it. No, you don't know what the fuck is computer shit. The other ones all have what looks like a human occupant who seems to be dormant. And interestingly enough, they all look like the same person.
Do I recognize the person?
No.
Oh, good.
Edie, are you looking at this too?
Well, I probably would kind of follow him around a little bit. So
You
yeah,
see one of the people inside one of these crafts, and you immediately know you recognize that person. You have an image from somewhere deep in your cybernetic memory. This is your father. This is Monarch.
oh,
This is
like
this is the human face that he had chosen for himself.
oh, hmm. Okay.
Also, you would recognize that those devices inside the craft that aren't manned, like 1/3 approximately, um, are like AI memory core backup type things. Basically, it's like it's essentially a complete AI memory core, ready for installation, ready to launch.
Well, interesting. Do they
And
look like they can be?
they're massive.
Do they? Oh, okay. Hmm.
Like as you look at them, I mean, just checking it out, these are complex. This is highly advanced, like
Hmm.
highly advanced enough that each one could possibly contain a galaxy domineering super artificial intelligence.
Oh, I see. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna give Alex a little wink and a nod, and then keep this information to myself. I will say, I will point to the figure and just say and whisper, "He's one of us."
One of what?
You know, synthetic that looks like us.
I don't know about you. I'm no synthetic.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, is there any way to interface with these AI cores?
Certainly, yeah.
Hmm. All right, I got to think about this.
I
I'm
mean,
I
gonna
will
you,
say
you
that.
float
probably
away
you
now.
probably have to interact with one in order to activate it. But,
Yeah. Okay. Are these ships armed? I mean, do we see like guns and missiles or anything like that on it?
they probably have like some very light armaments, but they're not heavy assault craft. They're strike craft. They're for like infiltration. Basically, they fly in, drop in somewhere.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
It's more like it has the ability to defend itself to some extent or to clear a landing zone, for example. But it's for the most part, its purpose is to get its occupant to a strike location. And based on that, you would guess that its purpose is to. Well, go ahead, give me an intellect roll.
Oh, I think I know what the purpose is. I'm mulling over whether I should divulge this information.
Mhm.
62. My intellect is, where did it go? There it is, 35.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
All right. No worries. No worries. Yeah.
hmm. Uh, well, I'm actually still kind of wounded, so I'm actually gonna go over to the captain and to 14 and suggest, Captain 14. I think it might be a good idea to stay here for a bit. Take a look at these ships. They might prove useful to us. Besides, I need to rest, and we might be able to tinker with them. Maybe they could be useful to us.
Why?
Well, they're ships. We can escape.
No, and these pilots, who we can see.
I think we can remove
Like I
them.
said, you can see they all look the same.
Are they androids? Like, are they?
They don't look like androids. They look like humans.
So
Oh,
we couldn't
oh,
harvest them for milk. No. They,
yes, correct, but
What do you want to do? You
they
want to take one out? Want to take a closer look at it?
yes, but they are the payloads.
If you scan them, does anybody have any medical scanners or anything? By diagnostic scanners, biological scanners, etc. No.
I lost
Anybody?
all my equipment. So
No.
14 does. 14 has medical.
Okay. Yep. It seems to be a sleeping human, or almost more like a deep sleep. Like reduced heart rate, reduced breathing.
Captain, by these indications, these are clearly some sort of corrupted synthetics.
Agreed. They are the payloads. These are the weapons.
And as you're saying that, the one that you're standing over looking, its eyes open up. It looks directly at you, and it starts pushing buttons immediately on its control panel. A klaxon begins in the room as the launch tubes begin preparing for launch.
All
Let's
of
take
them.
all of them, all four launch tubes. There's 50 craft total to launch.
Right.
We can take a bio break.
Okay, perfect.
Every time we go into this place, it gets worse.
What are you talking about? Nobody's dead. Nobody died.
It's almost
Yet.
like it's almost like if we had been given the recommendation to not come back, it would have been a good idea.
Never take an android into the deep.
Right?
So we took two.
Yep.
One of them a known sympathizer.
Three now. Three since you brought Hamlet this time.
That's why you're the captain, making the good command decisions.
Who's the captain? Alex.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love Cloud Bank. I love Monarch.
It's a love-hate relationship.
That or a hate relationship.
No, I mean I love how how it's playing out, how it was written. Not so keen on playing through it because it turns out that Monarch's a bar steward.
Well, this is the first real mega dungeon I've ever run. Not that you've done a whole lot of dungeon crawling, but little bits and pieces.
Ooh, well, I remember. Is it Patrick Stewart and Scrap Princess are doing another book?
Are they?
It popped up on Kickstarter earlier.
What's that?
Let me see what it's called. It's like part 1 of 3 they want to do.
Okay. I still have never run. I think it was their first one together. The one about the village that's like flooded out really bad. No, it's not a village, but the whole region's all flooded out. What's it called?
Oh, is that Deep
Deep
Carbon?
Carbon. Yeah, Deep Carbon Observatory.
Yeah, well, I got the remastered version of that recently,
I didn't know there was a remaster. I still have an original version, I think.
and it's pretty nice.
It is pretty cool.
They're doing it's called Demon Bone Sarcophagus.
Oh yeah, somebody sent that to me.
Yeah, it's part 1 of 3. It
Look at this one.
says.
Patrick Stewart's brilliant. I'm not crazy about Scrap's art, but I don't hate it either. I'm kind of. It's okay. It's not the worst I've ever seen. Like I like Deep Carbon. The map was
Yeah.
pretty awful, but at least in the original edition, it's probably better in the remastered one. That's just my personal opinion. I find it hard to use, hard to read. So the map.
So Demon Bone
I
Sarcophagus
felt the
is.
same way about Vornheim, which a lot of people rave about too. That map really fucked with me.
Yeah, this one's a dungeon crawl. Then there's Frictionless Blue Glass.
Is that part 2?
Yeah, that's going to be a sandbox / heist.
Cool.
And then part 3 is Palaces of Fire, which is a court drama on the plane of fire.
Interesting. Weird.
And they say if they've written them correctly, then they should be able to be used as standalones, or you can
Tie
run
them
all
together.
3.
Interesting. Very cool. Well, that's kind of how the mothership ones have worked out so far. Pound of Flesh, Dead Planet, and Gradient Descent. They can all tie together, or you can run them all separately. They all have ties to each other if you want to use them. Well, Dead Planet doesn't technically have ties to anything because it was the first one, but it's referenced by both Pound of Flesh and Gradient Descent. Gradient Descent, of course, references both Dead Planet and Pound of Flesh. And come to think of it, Pound of Flesh references Gradient Descent too, which even though it was published beforehand, obviously it's a lot of the same people working on it, so they must have known it was in the pipeline. That's why it was a perfect fit for this campaign, I felt. Especially with the way everything went down at Prospero's Dream. And
it did seem to fit quite well.
We've had a very Android-focused party since the beginning, too. Androids have been a huge part of this campaign, so...
Well, my backup player or character is going to be a teamster and a by the book, just wants to get the job done guy. Because I'm done with androids after this.
Well, who knows what'll be next on the pipeline?
We of the Android community, thank you for your decision.
I do believe both the Burning of Carbex and Dying Hard on Hardlight Station are now available in their PDF forms. So I should have access. I
Ooh.
should have access to those because I kickstarted both of them.
Second one, did you say dying of a
I should
hard
say I
on?
backed both of them. Dying Hard on Hardlight Station. It's kind of a.
Oh,
It's kind of
Ooh.
a. I think it's a love letter to like Die Hard and Aliens and shit like that. So
very cool, very cool, very
That
cool.
sounds cool, yeah.
I backed the Burning of Carbex, but I've
it looks
specifically
fucking fantastic.
not looked a great deal because I knew you'd got your hands on it.
Oh, I'm gonna run for sure.
But I didn't get the other one.
I'm gonna run Burning of Carbex probably first. That'll probably be the next thing I run for Mothership after this campaign reps, which could happen tonight. Probably not tonight. I reckon it'll happen in the next few sessions.
Probably next week.
I mean, maybe if you guys get TPK'd. It could happen tonight, I suppose. Anything's possible. We'll let the dice decide.
Did you get the art book too
I don't
for
remember.
Carbex?
I think I
Yeah.
did. I think I backed the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah, 'cause
gorgeous
I
looking
backed it.
project.
Yeah, I backed it too, and I got the PDFs in, and I skimmed through the art book, and wow, it's awesome.
I'm excited. At the end of this month, yeah, it'll be Saturday night for sure. So whatever the last Saturday is, I think in August, I won't be available because I'll be running a con game for the Weekend with Good Friends convention.
Cool.
It's the Good Friends of Jackson Elias podcast group. They're all Call of Cthulhu like writers and stuff. Scott Dorward, Matt Sanderson, and Paul Fricker. I think they're the three personalities on the podcast. Anyway,
That's 3 weeks from now.
yeah.
Yeah, 29th.
I'm
No,
running,
28th, sorry.
I'm running a one-shot version of Highway Blood for him.
You mentioned the TPK is possible. You know that would be a TPK DOST.
DOST? What's DOST?
Total party kill, do organic. Sorry. Lost it.
Yeah,
Right.
I lost it too. Organic.
Do organic. I don't know what happened to my brain. I just short circuited it.
Yeah. 14, I think you need to reboot your processor.
I think I do. Let me reboot here.
Can we have 13 back? He made more sense.
It's too bad you never got to meet 15.
Oh, suicidal tendencies. Organic suicidal tendencies.
Okay. Due to organic suicidal tendencies. I get you. Do organic. I couldn't figure out what you meant do.
Do organic suicidal tendencies. Killed because they wanted us to die.
You guys left poor Edie up there in the fucking visitors lounge. That's the real Edie. The one that was captured by Monarch and brought here, scanned, and then duplicated.
Sure. Whatever you say.
So this creepy one that keeps trying to buddy up to me, that's...
Well, nah, as far as you guys know, that's the real one. Because you all looked at the tattoos and they were all back to normal, so. I'm just breeding a little paranoia.
A little more paranoia.
I just hate it when he asks us to roll dice.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, now what happens?
Oh, that's my own secret mechanics that I'm keeping track of.
I was going to say, you know what the worst bit is he's not even using those dice rolls. He's just making you roll dice.
Yep.
I'm almost ready. Couple more minutes, almost done with this smoke. It was a busy day at work today too. Quite
Good
busy.
tips.
Yeah, did all right. Should have made 650 bucks or 650 euro last week.
Woo. Very nice.
It's not bad for 5-hour shifts. You know, I worked like
Not
30.
at all.
I worked a little bit, about 30 hours, a little more.
No. A meat cake, she says, just like Marie Antoinette.
Okay, let's go inside. Good girl.
How long do you think deep carbon would take to run?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's been a long time since I looked at it. Probably a few sessions, two or three. Depends on how long your sessions are and how focused your group is. I reckon it's at least worth a few sessions. You know, like planning wise.
Yeah.
If you expect it to take 3, you won't be disappointed. 3 to 5, maybe.
Providing they live that long.
Oof. My fucking leg is killing me because I'm getting old. All right, I guess everybody's probably back. You're all waiting on me, I reckon. So, let's bring this back up. You're in the secret hangar. These craft are powering up and preparing to launch through these launch tubes. You know that the process of doing so is going to cause all kinds of different force shifts and stuff around this 0G hangar that you're all floating about in, hanging on to shit. I mean, I reckon you have mag boots. But yeah, it could get uncomfortable. You are also receiving a ping on your communications, Commander Svalbard. This one is coming directly from Commander Kilroy.
Yes. And what does it say? What she
No,
say?
this is a voice
Mhm.
comm. So here, let me. Where's Commander Kilroy? Oh, Kilroy, where is she? I think I passed her. Crusher, Kilroy. Commander Svalbard, where are you? This is Commander Kilroy. And
On the station. On the
if you check, the communication is coming from a ship somewhere off station. It's coming
okay.
from the blockade. It says it's coming from the Huangze one or whatever.
You know, Commander Kilroy, I would vigorously enforce your blockade. There may be small craft coming out, infiltrator crafts.
We're reading power signals all over the station.
Yeah, that's right. We've observed infiltrator craft, small, with jump capability coming out, dozens of them, with infiltrator androids looking like humans, heading to all kinds of sectors in the known universe. You should destroy everything that leaves this station. Out! And click, I end it.
Okay. Commander Kilroy is gone. The 6 of you are in here as craft are preparing to enter the launch tubes.
Is there any way that 14 could get in there and hack the doors so they can't open?
You want to hack the bay doors closed?
Yes.
You could certainly try. This would be opposed rolls.
We try using a laser cutter on the
These doors open up,
launch
it's
tube.
going to create a vacuum and suck out the atmosphere. So
Well, the doors are open currently. There is no atmosphere in here. There's no gravity, no atmosphere.
okay, very good. All right. And he's going to try to hack it and close the doors.
Okay, no problem. This is going to be an opposed roll. So this is going to be your speed plus your hacking because this is opposed.
All right. Stand by. I'll just make my roll first.
Under time pressure. Oh, also, I'm sorry. Everybody make a fear check.
Okay. 14 success.
19 success.
21 success.
34 success.
63 fail.
Okay. You're going to gain 4 points of stress, Alex. Everybody else gains 1. I'm looking for some statistics here. 2 seconds.
Writing it down.
Okay. All right. Give me your hacking speed roll.
Here we go. Wish me luck. 37. His speed is 59, and the hacking's plus 15.
Okay. You gain access to the terminal. Now you want to try to close the doors. Give me another. Do you want to try to abandon the launch procedure or just close the doors?
I suspect closing the doors would probably be the most, because I try to do the launch sequence. That's more complex and
Okay.
just trying to be tricksy.
Give me a roll.
0-6.
You fail. The doors remain open. And you are locked out of this terminal.
Are there any other terminals?
You're looking around for another terminal. There is another one, yes, that you can move to as craft begin entering the launch tubes.
He's gonna haul ass to the other one and
Okay, give me a
try to do the
0G
same.
roll. 0G
Sure,
plus
stand by.
speed and 0G.
He has speed of 59 and a 0G, which is 10.
Okay, good.
92.
Oof, that's not
Fail.
good.
I
Okay.
fail. Yeah, I fail.
So
I
you
failed.
as you move towards it, you're kind of hit by a little bit of opposing force, from some of the propulsion of these craft that are starting to move around and taxi into position, launching position. And you miss and you float past the panel that you're going for. And you're going to have to wait until you hit something on the opposing end to move yourself back. You'll be out of action for a few rounds.
He uses his security
floating.
tentacle that comes out of his chest to snatch hold of the terminal.
What security tentacle?
The dream sequence
Yeah.
moment. Sorry.
Okay. No, if you have a rigging gun, that would be ideal. Do you have one of those?
I don't
Oh,
think he has the
I don't think
rigging
you do.
guns. Hold on. I don't think he does.
All right. What's everybody else doing? These
Well,
craft are
I've
moving.
got a laser. I've got a laser cutter, so maybe I'll try and mess up some of the launch tubes or something. So I'll just take it out and start shooting indiscriminately at the launch tubes.
Oh.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. So it's gonna be your combat.
PKDOST.
Do you have any kind of firearm training or anything?
I've
Or
got
engineering or
firearms, Firearms and engineering, so whichever.
Which one's better? The same?
Well, it's a combat, right?
Yeah,
It's
combat plus
which,
that.
yeah, so they're both 15.
Okay,
So
combat plus
it's
15.
56. And that is a 53.
Nice. Yeah, so you blast one of these things. Give me a D100 for your damage.
That's 90.
90 damage. Bam! You blast right through one, and immediately compromise it. And alarm starts going off, and it starts to depower as that launch tube is disabled.
I line up for aiming at another one.
And
Just shout,
everybody else
hit
want to do
them.
anything? Just shout out. Otherwise, I assume you're all just trying to brace yourselves. Go for it, Ash.
633.
That's a critical hit. Bam! You disable that one too.
Okay. Get another one. 41. It's a hit. And only 2.
Huh?
2 on a D100.
Okay, so you're gonna have to hit it again.
Yeah. And that's a miss, 86.
About this time, then, by your fifth shot or whatever it is, fourth shot, 14 is over up on the other side, and you can try again 14 if you want.
Stand by. 3-2.
On your 0G, yeah?
On the 0G, yes.
Cool. Okay, so you'll be there in a couple of rounds.
Very good.
You want to take another shot, Barry?
Another shot. Hit. That's 60, which is a fail.
And was that a fail as well? Okay.
Yeah, that's 60.
Now, at this
is a
point in
fail, yeah.
time, multiple craft have started to launch in the 2 remaining tubes. I would say you fired how many shots now? 5, right?
Yeah,
So at least 5
easy, yeah.
rounds. Yeah, so I'm going to say so far 4 craft have launched successfully. And there's 2 more about to launch. You can fire again.
I'm going to fire at one of the ships that's about to launch this time. That's
Okay, try
just
to
as
jam
it
up the
goes
tube.
into. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
And that's a 36, which is pass.
Give me a damage roll.
Success. 66.
66. Oh, or
Yep.
it could do one. Okay, so you blast one just as it's about to launch, and it slams into the tube and jams it up. One launches, the 5th one is now launched on the other side. 14, you arrive at the other panel. There, you can see now that 3 of the tubes have been compromised. Only 1 remains. The doors are still open, of course. There's no atmosphere. What are you going to do, 14?
Try to gain access to the tube or to the terminal.
Okay, go for it. Hacking roll.
28.
No, your access denied.
Damn it.
A little like ASCII representation of a middle finger appears.
One of the few things that's actually designed into the code of androids to piss them off. Gotcha.
Has anyone got any grenades?
Barry, you want to take another shot? Your laser cutter. How many shots can you take with that thing before it's?
6. So,
Oh, this
so
is
I
your
think
last shot.
I'm well
Your
out.
this is your last shot. You've fired 5.
Okay. I'll go for one more. And that's a 32. So success.
Who are you shooting at? The
And
tube?
no, the ship again. Just to,
Okay.
that's a 42
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, you jam up the last tube. So 5 craft have successfully launched that you're aware of. Everybody else, including Ash, and 14, everybody give me 0G rolls. So it's gonna be 0G plus your speed. If you have 0G training. If you don't have 0G training, it's just your speed.
33, that's a pass.
Got a 0.6. I really didn't hear everything that you said.
I need a 0G test plus speed.
Alex
okay.
fails.
under.
Alex, you failed.
Yeah.
Okay. You took a
Edie
couple
got
points. You took 2 points of damage from being jostled around.
Edie got a
2.
23. That's a success.
Okay. Anybody who passed managed to balance themselves in a way that they weren't thrown around too much by all the force. And now everything's slowing down as everything's powering down. And let's see, 5 craft launched, 2 were destroyed, 7. That means 43 craft remain. Let's see here. So those 7, 3 were those, so 4 were those. So as you're all kind of gathering yourselves, balancing yourselves, trying to settle things, things are settling down. The craft are powering down. The tubes are all compromised now. The bay doors are still open. On 29 of the craft, the kind of cockpit, whatever you want to call it, the window essentially opens up, and these 29 people who all look the same are climbing out.
How many of
They're
them are
not. They're not.
close
They're
to
not.
14?
They're not wearing any kind of vac suits or anything, but they don't seem to be bothered by the lack of atmosphere as they're climbing out.
How many are close to 14?
Given where you went to, I'm going to say none are very close to you. Maybe half of them. So what did I say? There's like 29 of them. So like there's maybe 14 of them close to the rest of the group.
He will prepare his foam gun to shoot into their various orifices.
Okay.
Ash will start throwing grenades.
Ash is going to do what?
Throw some grenades into
Throw a grenade.
yeah,
Okay.
into the largest grouping of them.
Okay. What are you doing, Svalbard?
Ordering the mercenaries to support the others.
Okay. Edie.
I'm trying to visualize the setup here. Is it possible to get to one of these ships, jump in the cockpit, and then open fire on the group of robot androids crawling out?
Not without going through the androids first.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Well, considering my gun is holstered in my hip and I'm wearing a suit, I will just sort of get in front of the captain and prepare for hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
Unless, uh, unless there's any kind of piping or anything that I can might take out of the wall and use as a hand-to-hand weapon, I'll do that.
What's
But
your
other
what's
than
your
that,
strength? Do you have
34.
do you have athletics or anything?
Oh no, I think we went over this last time as I was trying to break out of something. Yeah, no, I don't.
Give me a strength roll anyway.
Okay. 98.
Okay. Now you,
Oh
you
my
grab
God.
one of the railings, like a little hand railing thing, by this control panel, the first one that they got locked out of, and try to break it free, and you realize that it's not giving. Alex, what are you doing?
Preparing to fire.
Okay. So what's your weapon?
Pulse rifle.
Okay, so you get your weapon up, ready to go, just like the Marines, the mercenaries. All right, Ash, you're gonna throw this grenade. You have explosives. Well, that's not gonna work. We're gonna call it 0G. You have 0G training anyway, don't you?
Yep.
So 0G plus combat. Go for it. See how well you position this grenade. And what kind of grenade is this?
It's a frag grenade.
Okay, thank you.
So we can use combat.
Plus your 0G training. If you have it. If you don't have it, just straight combat.
We do 41 plus 10.
Okay.
That's an 88.
An 88.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the damage on a grenade?
Tell you now. frag grenades, 1d10. It says 1d10.
It's 1d10, but it's underlined.
1d10 times 10.
Oh, yeah, 1d10.
Roll a d10, Barry.
underlined. That's a 4.
Okay. So Ash, Svalbard, Edie, Alex. I'm going to let you all make a what do we call it? It'd be an armor save. What was your Oh, you had an 88. Yeah, shit. It was a
88,
critical.
shit.
It was a critical. Okay, I'll let everybody make an armor save. If you get a critical success, you get out of the blast area. Otherwise, you're gonna take 40 damage. Go for it. Everybody, including Ash, because you pull the pin and you realize this thing is instead of going dee, 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 it's going beep, 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 beep. It's about to blow up as soon as you pull it.
32, so I guess I fail.
Okay,
A 9.
that is not a critical
Actually,
success.
Failed.
Okay.
Shit.
I failed with a 99.
Okay, so
What?
Edie, you take 80 points of damage.
All right, I'm vaporized.
Ash, you take Ash, Svalbard, and Alex all take 40.
Okay.
So the grenade like floats right in front of Edie as you dodge, try to dodge away from it. None of you get out of the blast area, but area radius. But since she got the critical failure, basically the grenade exploded right in her face.
How much damage does 14 take? He got 1
14,
point
you
under his
are
armor.
you are far away at another control panel.
Okay.
You had to
okay.
0G float over to it, so you're not in the blast radius.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Edie.
Okay, I've got 4 more.
But guys, there's another Edie in the visitors lounge just waiting to board.
That's true, yeah. That's probably a real Edie.
Okay, so that was the beginning of combat. Now everybody make a fear save. This is for initiative.
81, if that's a fail.
I think it's fear save, is it? Or is it
A fear for initiative?
No, what
is
is it? Speed test, isn't it? Speed test. Sorry, make a
right?
speed test, not a fear save. Speed test. You still failed at an 81.
Still failing an 81, yeah. Do we get? Does anyone have command? Do we get like
7.
Does anyone have command?
Do
Me.
you have command?
Me.
Okay, so that gives you a bonus to your speed test, right?
I mean, I still fail, but like we get a bonus for
what's
it,
your
right?
command modifier? Plus 20.
Yeah.
So everybody gets plus 20 to their speed for initiative purposes, but you still failed, right?
Still failed, yeah.
Damn. We tried, Barry. We tried everything. How did you guys do? Anybody else fail the speed test?
You need 14 to check it?
I made it.
I want everyone to check it.
Okay.
I got a 15, so it's a pass.
Okay. So only
14
Ash.
has a
Okay.
pass.
So you all passed. You will all act before the androids get any closer. There are still 29 androids, 14 of which are going to be right on top of the party in a few seconds. The other 14 are a little further away. They won't be on top of them for a couple more rounds. So, who wants to go first? Svalbard, 14, or Alex? Or Hamlet, I suppose. Oh, Hamlet also took 40 points of damage. How much hit points did Hamlet have? Do you have a hit point stat for Hamlet, Mark?
Yep. 1 sec.
Okay, sorry, couldn't remember.
He's got 80, so
Okay.
40.
Yeah, he took 40 damage, so he's at half. Okay, cool. He's damaged, but he's not blown to bits or anything. So who wants to go first?
I can.
Okay, you get your gun ready. Makes sense. What do you do?
Open fire on the closest android.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Because I already said it. Okay.
42, pass.
Okay, give me a damage roll.
Hang on, I'm just looking at 5d10.
Okay.
20.
20. Okay, so you shoot him up a little bit. He takes a few shots. You could see um, he looks, to be human. Like you see actually blood coming out and stuff like that. But he doesn't. He's obviously not human because he's in no environment and he's still coming towards you. Especially after you just shot him up. Still moving towards you. Who else wants? Oh, you get 2 actions, right? In a round. So do you want to take a second shot?
Yeah, same target.
Go ahead.
That's a 66 fail.
Oh, critical fail.
Yeah.
And this is the pulse rifle.
Yes.
Yeah, jams.
Fabulous.
Okay. Android 14 or Svalbard and Hamlet.
I'll go last. Well, before Hamlet.
Svalbard.
Laser cutter.
To
One of the
nearest
one of
Android.
the ones.
Maybe the one that he already shot at. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go for it.
that is a 2.
That misses.
Oh,
He dodges it. Cuts into one of the craft behind him. And Android 14. Hamlet.
Closest, whatever's closest to 14, he'll fire.
Oh, what, with a foam gun? Is there a range on that? To talk about range on this?
Truthfully, I don't think there was a rate. Let me look. Let me see what I wrote down.
Let me double check.
I guess I have points, costs, shots,
And
body instinct to avoid being stuck.
short, medium, and
Short,
long,
medium,
I
right?
and
believe
long
it's
range. Yeah, short, medium, and long range. So
10 meters long
un-
range.
unlimited in 0G though, because it's just a mass.
yeah, but it's still for
That's it.
accuracy. It's for accuracy purposes.
Fair enough.
And how does that work? So it
Body instinct to avoid being stuck.
no for range. Hold on. So for short range, there's no penalty. For medium range, negative 10%. Long range is disadvantage. Okay, cool. Yep. So you can fire at one of them with disadvantage.
At disadvantage, so roll twice, take the worst one.
Yes.
Gotcha. First one is a 0-2. Second one is a 60. I'm taking the
Okay. The 60.
Yeah, he's got a 40 for combat.
So that's a miss, yeah.
I'm thinking that's a miss.
You
So
fire and miss.
It'll continue. It'll continue until it hits something,
Yeah, it's long range. It hits into the ground or something.
or on one of the craft or somebody else.
Anyway, Hamlet. Is Hamlet doing anything? Mark, I'll let you run him.
he has a built-in laser cutter.
Okay, so he can attack too. Go for it.
Yep, and he rolls a 19 or no 15.
That's going to hit. I rolled a 14 for defense. So you got me by 1 point. Go for it. Damage, D100.
D100.
This is the one that's already wounded.
60.
60. Okay, that actually, let me see how many hits. Oh, yeah, that does some pretty significant damage to his arm, but he's still coming.
Yeah.
You don't think a normal person would just walk through something like that, but that would have dropped, one of your men, for example. Then the androids get to go. There are still 14 of these ones, including one that's badly damaged. They're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 potential targets. I'm going to go for three on each of you. You have 3 of these androids coming at you. Let me double check. Combat damage. I don't have any damage here. Ooh. Yeah, what would be the normal? Just looking for normal damage here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they've got basically tools and shit like that, blunt instrument type attacks. So let me see here. First, the 3 on you, Ash. Give me your armor roll.
Okay, so armor is
Save.
43. And that's an 88.
Wow. Okay. So he comes swinging horribly. Actually, he didn't do very well, but you got an 88 critical failure on your armor save. Add a point of stress. And you're going to take 26 points of damage as that rings your fucking bell with this like wrench-like thing. The second one comes similarly at you. You can roll an armor save against him.
This time I got a 7.
A 7. I beat you.
Yes.
I got an 8.
No.
So that's going to do an additional 11 points of damage. Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. Don't forget, you are wearing a vac suit, so you get a plus something. What is it? +7 to your armor save or something?
7, yeah.
Yeah. Just so you know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Okay, yeah.
I don't think
yeah,
that would have changed anything here. So
yeah.
yeah, so that was another 11 points of damage from that one, and the third one attacking you.
It's not necessary that the 11 would have dropped me to -1.
Oh, okay, so you're down.
So I'm 0
Got it.
down.
Commander Svalbard, you have 3 coming for you.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your first armor save.
Yep. That is 14.
Okay, he has a critical hit. He hits you for 36 points of damage.
Okay.
The second one, you can go ahead and make a defense roll, an armor save.
87.
87, a failure. Okay. He failed as well, so it's just going to be a miss. And then the third one, go for it. Another armor save.
That is 1.
Okay. So that one you save. You get a ping on your communicator, a voice communication. It's Commander Kilroy. She says, Commander Svalbard, there's a massive energy reading at the core of the station. I think it's the nuke. I think it's
We're a
beginning
little
to power
busy
up.
here at the moment.
The station has launched hundreds of craft. Like, what should we prioritize?
All of them?
Do you hang up on her again?
Yeah, I
Alex,
do.
Alex, you got 3 attacking you as well.
Yeah, all of them, I hang up.
So the first one, go ahead and make an armor save.
Sorry, who? Me?
Alex,
The third one?
Alex. No, you weren't hit by the last 2. You were only hit by the first one that hit you pretty hard.
Fail.
Okay, you are going to take 12 points of damage from the first one. The second one coming at you. Go ahead and give me your armor save.
That's a 99.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to take 22 points of damage from that one.
Right.
You're still standing. The third one attacks you.
Yeah. 38 pass.
I got a 65, unfortunately, which is still a pass, but it only does 8 points of damage. I was bad on the damage roll.
No, I'm -4.
Oh, and you're down. Ash is down. Renoir. Where are you? Alex. I can't find Alex. That's weird. Oh, it's because wrong name. Got it. Down. Okay. And then, oh, I forgot about the mercenaries. There's 2 of them. Okay, well, I got 1 attack on each mercenary. You want to roll for your mercenaries? Let me see here. Barry, you want to roll for these 2 mercenaries?
Yep.
First one, give me an armor save.
82.
82. Okay, I missed as well, so it's a miss. The second one, this will be for Elwyn.
42.
Okay, and I miss, so she's okay. So the mercenaries are not hit. They get to make their attacks though. So if you want to roll for them, their combat stats are both 45.
It's a 32.
That's a hit. So if you want to roll,
What have they got? Shotguns, combat shotguns.
I think it was shotguns. Yeah,
It's 2d10.
2d10
5 by
underscore,
10.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d10 underlined.
Yeah, go for it.
So that's 12.
120.
120. Yep.
She that's not Enzo. Sorry, that's So Ivanov, he shoots the one and like blows its arm off completely, but it's still standing and still fighting. And go for the other one for Eliwin.
3.
You rolled a 3. I rolled his defense. No, he dodged it.
Dodged it.
Yep. Okay. So that's the mercenaries, the bad guys. Everybody's gone. It's top of the next initiative round. Everybody who took damage, for every hit you took, add 1 point of stress. Sorry, I forgot about that. Every time you fail an armor save, anytime you fail a saving throw, technically you're supposed to take a point of stress. But yeah, if they don't hit, I don't think it counts. All right. Top of the next round. I guess it's just down to 14 and Svalbard and Hamlet here at the moment. Give me your speed tests plus your 20 for the command. See if you go before the bad guys.
I need 5.
51.
So did anybody fail?
E?
You failed, Mark.
Did not fail.
Okay,
did not fail.
14, you get to go first. What are you going to do?
Foam gun, of course.
You see Svalbard and Hamlet are the only two still standing. Oh, Hamlet. Did we resolve the attacks against Hamlet? We didn't, did we, Mark? Sorry, I have 3 attacks on Hamlet. So go ahead and make an armor save for Hamlet.
Okay, got it. 41.
41. What's his armor save?
30.
Okay, so he's hit once for 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's it. Okay, now it's top of the order. Android 14, what are you doing? Shooting again. There are 29 still, none of them have died yet, of these androids, you presume, infiltrators or something, all looking the same. Svalbard, Hamlet, and you see Alex is down. Edie is obliterated. You think you see one of her legs over there. Ash is down. What do you do, 14? Oh, actually, I tell you what, I want to make you roll to spot it. You see the airlock door to the south, the one that you were planning to use to go to the combat spire, is opening. Where is it here? That was like 51F or something. No, 51F is where you came in. It's 51C, I think. Yeah. You see in the what do you call it? The airlock tunnel behind, the airlock opening. You see just what you assume to be hundreds of glowing, like security androids, starting to pour into the room.
Access to get out to how we came in, are those still open?
The bay door is still open.
Whoever's left, I'm going to say emergency retreat through the bay doors, and he's going to push off and
Try to launch
make
yourself
for the
in
bay.
that direction. Give me a 0G test plus your speed.
Stand by. Oh, it might be close. I got a 55. Hold on.
Ooh, hopefully that's a critical success and not a critical failure.
I
I think it is. No, your speed's like 59 or something.
Yeah, my speed's 59. I'm
Okay,
fine.
you launch yourself towards the bay doors. Like you're gonna go straight through them. That's that's one big action. I imagine you had to aim, leap off. Why? What do you want to do as you're floating through space? We can get to that in a second.
I wasn't begging. I was just asking.
Okay. What are you doing, Svalbard and Hamlet?
Same.
Okay, give me a 0G test.
On my speed plus 0G, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 4 plus 10, so 55. Oh, 78. That's a fail.
Oof. Okay. What about Hamlet?
0G for sure.
He doesn't know.
No, and
Give me a speed test.
20,
A what?
83. Both
Okay.
fail.
Both fail. Okay. The androids, the 29 androids and the 200 glowing security androids that are coming in from the combat spire, all are kind of launching themselves for 0G, trying to intercept you guys, and you are pretty quickly swarmed by androids. There's like 229 of them and the two of you. You didn't kill one of them, did you? No, didn't. Blew the shit out of one. Blew one's arm off, but didn't kill him. 14, you are now floating past the bay doors and away from Cloudbank. You can kind of see the bell off down to your left. You can see, like, looks like hundreds of signatures in space of craft, like just jumping. Small craft. You also can see the 5 blockade ships fumbling towards and firing towards some, but having very little success against hundreds of small craft. Maybe every once in a while they get a hit. Boom. You see a small craft explode. What are you doing, 14, as you're drifting here?
Whichever seems to be the most logical and productive maneuver, he's going to face towards the station or the bell, and in the opposite direction, fire his foam gun once to project him in that direction.
To project them towards one of them?
Whatever one's closest and safest.
Well, the station's a much bigger target. It depends on what you consider safe, being close to the station or being farther from the station.
Yeah, at this point,
You're closer to the station, then the station's much larger.
Yeah.
You might even see some of those glowing security androids now coming out of the bay doors and out onto the surface of the station looking for more of your party.
We'll fire towards and go to the bell.
Okay. Give me another 0G test. What are you firing with?
Foam gun.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Here we go.
You're going to expend the whole clip to propel yourself.
Fair enough. 21 is a successful, accurate shot.
Yeah. Well, it was more not a test for the shot. It was for your 0G plus dexterity, I'd call it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Or speed.
For the zero, well under.
0G. Okay. So you're moving yourself towards the bell pretty well. And you keep yourself at a decent speed so that you're not going to kill yourself when you splat into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ideally.
If he goes too fast, then I guess he'll load another clip en route and ready to fire that.
As you're floating towards it, you see maybe the last few blinks of light as a few more craft launch from the station. You get your mag boots on. You kind of land up against the bell, right? And you're standing on the outside of it at the moment. You see the what are they called? The blockade ships all jump. They all go to jump and jump out of the area. You're not sure where they jump to. You don't have the ability to to track them at the moment from your vac suit. And then you see a sudden brilliant flash of light. Give me a speed test. Oh, no, not a speed test. This is going to be a save. What are your saves again? You have armor, sanity, fear, and what's the other one? I'm forgetting. Body. Yeah, give me a body save. Call it a body save because you're trying to shield your eyes.
The hunger, disease, and infection. 45, and he has unfortunately a 44.
Okay, so you failed.
Use a point of luck.
You don't have a point of luck. You're blinded. Your eyes, sensors, everything are essentially burnt out completely by the nuclear explosion of the station. You know what? Within several hundred meters of you, maybe a kilometer or something from you, whatever.
Right.
And so
I guess using the base knowledge of what he had when he landed, he'll try to reach out and grab something.
okay,
brace
yeah,
himself.
onto the bell. So your last, I'd say seconds of life are spent just not being able to see, just grasping onto the side of the bell until eventually the shock wave tears it apart, and the debris field, etc. And the bell itself explodes and becomes part of that shock wave and debris field along with you.
Lamenting to the end. He didn't end all of the organics as his last opportunity when they were still frozen, as they so sweetly deserved.
Well, 14, perhaps you can rest peacefully in the knowledge that there are currently, who knows, possibly hundreds of copies of Monarch now unleashed upon the galaxy.
Excellent. The organics deserve nothing less.
Fade to black, at least for the player characters. You destroyed the deep. You sent Monarch into panic mode, essentially, especially once you went into the secret hangar and found, and especially immediately once you started to interfere with his backup plans. That was a concern.
You know where Monarch kept his secret armies?
What about it?
Do you know where Monarch kept his secret armies?
And I didn't make it up, by the way. When Monarch is highly stressed out, he will reactivate the nuclear warhead.
Good.
Where does he store his secret armies? What about him?
Monarch stored his secret armies in his secret sleeveys.
Secret sleeves. Oh God, that's a bad one.
That's
a bad one.
Last passing shot.
All right, I think I'll stop the recording there. What do I name this as? I think I'll name it Big Bada Boom, something like that.
Big bada boom. I understand.